Okay. Appreciate you guys waiting around for us. Man, what a game! I tell you what, give Texas State a lot of credit, and we have a lot of respect for TJ and what he's built there at Texas State. Those guys have won, a conference championship 2 out of the last 3 years, and they've got a really good winning culture there. One that plays really hard, defensive-minded team. We knew we were going to get challenged with some physicality and team that played really, really hard on that end of the floor, and we were going to value taking care of the basketball. And, really trying to make decisive plays. Basketball is a game of runs. Those guys had a good run. We had, obviously, a great run to start the game, and they followed with another one. And, we're going to be in games like this all year where you got to continue to stay the course and work the game. And I give our guys a lot of credit. They kept working the game and, found a way to get done what we needed to get done in terms of, putting together some consecutive stops on defense and then coming down and executing and making winning plays on offense.
Questions for the players. Corey here on the front right first.
Yeah, Max, just around that 9-minute mark, 10-minute mark in the second half, y'all went on that run. What do you think sparked that?
I think we started getting stops on the defensive end. I think that was big for us. First half, we started the game off with a good run, and then we didn't get a whole lot of stops, and they went on a 13-0 run, and then they went on a 10-0 run to start the second half. So locking in on the defensive end, and then that just leading into offense.
Mark, perhaps?
Yeah, Max, what happened? You're up 25-4. I think you had 3 threes by then, and then you guys just stopped scoring. What happened to you guys other than maybe Texas State putting a better effort in?
Yeah, I mean, we lost our energy on the defensive end. They had some easy plays in transition that we can't give up. But proud of the guys that stayed together, through the runs and understanding basketball is a game of runs and being able to stay together and win it.
Eric, front right.
Dylan, kind of piggybacking off of that question, second straight night with double-digit rebounds, you had the 4 blocks. Just talk about kind of that defense turning energy, that energy on defense turning into offense, and kind of what that does for the team.
I mean, it does a lot, and again, it just speaks for who I want to be as a player and my identity. I want to be a person that's going to go out there and rebound and defend. That's my 2 calling cards. But as far as the team, we know one way to score for us and get our offense going is on the defensive side. We know if our defense is going, we're locked on defense, shots are going to fall. We got guys like Max and IT and Brock, shots are going to fall. But it's all about what we're doing on the defensive side and staying locked in. So we know, defense turns into our offense.
Corey over here, front right.
DM, just want to ask about that alley to Kendall. Did he not want it? What were you looking at there? And
I thought he was going for it. Kendall's crazy athletic, so I thought he might go for it. But I'm happy he saved it because I would have heard that one the rest of the night for sure.
Anything else for the players? Eric, front left.
Max, this one's for you. Just 26 tonight, back-to-back nights where you really been shooting the ball really well. Just talk about the confidence level. Obviously, you scored a lot in your career, but just now finally you can kind of get into a groove here at Texas and just how wide open the bucket's looking for you recently.
Yeah, I mean, just continuing to stay the course and trust my work. Never getting too high or too low. That's big for me. And I'm going to shoot every shot with confidence. I put in a lot of work and a lot of time in the gym, so I'm going to go out there and shoot with a lot of confidence.
Thank you, gentlemen. Questions for Coach, please? Raise your hand.
Colton McWilliams, San Marcos Daily Record. Y'all jump on that 26-4 on Texas State, and Texas State comes back, and then Texas State gets the lead in that early in the second half. Just what was kind of the Bobcats doing right, and how were y'all able to kind of late in the second half to kind of slam the door on their comeback?
Well, I think we jumped out there pretty. We set the tone, I think, with our defense early. We got a lot of offense off our defense early. We built a 21-point lead, and then we started making competitive plays. Again, we had some open shots, and we took some quick shots that led to some transition baskets for those guys, and they converted those. And they revved up their defense. They got better defensively to where we had to continue to work. They really did a great job of really pushing Caden off the block and being really physical with him and tried to double him a couple times, which again, he hasn't seen all year long in terms of a double team, which was great. But give them a lot of credit. They really I think again just raised the level of intensity defensively and kind of changed the game in that regards. They came out in the second half and we were up 10 and those guys came out and they set the tone defensively and we weren't able to put any scores on those guys and we weren't able to come back to get any stops early to start the second half as well.
Eric, front
RT, kind of just piggybacking off something you said there, you talked about taking shots early in the clock, early in the possession, and you said that sometimes that's going to be the best look you get is taking those shots early in possession. Two-part question. One, is that just something you got to kind of live with, where sometimes those shots are going to go down and then sometimes you're going to miss them? And then second part of the question, earlier this week you talked about ball screen defenses, how you felt they performed in that work.
Well, I think again, Eric, I think it depends on who's taking those shots too as well. Now, Ethan Horton had some really great looks where we got offensive rebounds that really could have stopped that run that those guys had, and we just didn't make those. We got great looks, and again, when you're not making those, you got to get back and set your defense and sit down and guard and try to get a stop on the other end. And I think from there, with ball screen coverage, we really didn't get really good at ball screen coverage until midway through conference last year. So, we'll continue to work on it. It's something that we know we can fix because we control it. Tonight, I thought, again, we were getting to the level of the stream. Our rotation with our high tag and our low tag, we've got to continue to get better with that. And, but again, I thought we started the game the right way with our coverage in that regards. And, just like anything in games, you got to be able to make some adjustments and some changes. And we did. We knew we could go to our 3 defense and, really got a chance to work it in game situation.
Corey over here, front right.
Congrats on the win, RT. After Texas State took the lead in that TV timeout, I noticed Brock on the bench just talking to the guys, trying to get them fired up. What is the importance and the luxury of having a guy like that in those moments where you're facing adversity to get everybody in check?
Well, it's a lot of time left in the game. It's 12 minutes left in the game. So, I mean, you're down 2, you're down 1 possession, you're down 3, you're still 1 possession for us. I mean, because we've got guys that can make threes. You just got to work the game. No one's going to panic. No one's going to, push a button where, all of a sudden you're going to come out and, you're going to erase the lead. You got to come out and you got to work the game for 40 minutes. And, games like tonight help us, prepare us for conference time. We're going to be in games where they're possession games where you got to just work the game. You got to be able to go down, execute your offense. You got to come back down. You got to sit down and you got to guard. You got to finish possession. So, again, I think, and I said to our guys earlier, we've been in games this year where we had to play Louisville, where it was a possession game. It builds your character. It builds who you're going to be in terms of when you're having to fight through adversity in games. We got off to a great start. You can't think the game's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's a 40-minute game. You're going to have to continue to work the game the entire time. So great learning from us. We'll learn a lot from this game, and we'll continue to try to get better in the areas we need to get better.
You've been around a long time. Is this the kind of thing you just have to teach guys? When you miss shots, you can't stop playing defense.
Yeah, you can't let your offense affect how hard you guard defensively. We've had teams like that, since we've been back here. And again, you just got to coach the guys up and I've got to do a better job of getting them to continue to understand how important it is to really execute. You're not going to make every shot, and if we're getting shots and we're missing shots, you just got to continue to just work on the other end down there. You got to sit down and really guard. And we have a chance again this year to have a good defensive team. I believe in our defense and what we're going to be able to do. We're going to continue to just have to build it and continue to work and it's a long season. So I've got a lot of faith that we're going to be good on that end of the floor when it's all said and done.
Last one, and Cliff in the back came over.
Just your thoughts on Max and just the role that he's on. What is working for him right now, and just talk about just his adapting to to this bigger stage at Texas.
Max is a confident player. He's played a lot of basketball. I mean, he's the leading scorer coming into Division I this year, returning scorer. He's a guy that he's working really hard on his defense and sitting down and working on that end of the floor. But he's always been a confident guy. He's not a guy that's going to get rattled and get shook. He's played Power 5 teams over the course of his career and excelled at a high level playing against them. With and without the ball. He's a guy that can play with the ball. In pick and roll. He can play with the ball, pushing in transition. He can play off the ball in terms of scoring the ball off the ball as well. So, again, we're excited about having him on our team. And, I think we still haven't seen the best of what you're going to see with Max in a Longhorn uniform, and I think he's excited about being at Texas and he's going to get better and better, and as the season goes, and you know the familiarity we're playing with this team will get better and better in terms of the chemistry.
Thanks all, appreciate it.
Thank you.